Hey everybody, Arielle Scott here. I woke up this morning, I just woke up, and I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to shoot a video on how to participate in a GenJuice event. Virgilia and I, we came up with 5 steps. But first, before I even get into that, I want to describe what a GenJuice event is. So a GenJuice event is a very organic, a very informal, a very casual unconference. And what we mean by that is instead of coming and listening, passively listening to people speak, you show up and you are now a speaker. You are now an expert. You are now, and everyone's an expert, but now you get a chance to actually to position yourself as such. So you walk in, you become that speaker and you become that expert. So a GenJuice event, it's an event that's led by the attendees. So that's what happens. Now, here are the 5 steps to actually participate. The first, number 1, this is really important. Quote me on this. You have to buy tickets. You have to buy your tickets because you actually have to be at the event to be that expert and to contribute. So the first thing, buy your tickets. If you're going to be in San Francisco on June 19th, I would love to see you there. I will be there too. So we have our kickoff event on the 19th in San Francisco. We have Portland, Seattle, Boston, or Chicago, and all of the East Coast afterwards. So you can buy your tickets for those events as well. So number 1, buy your ticket. Number 2, what we do is we send out a Google document. You will receive an invite to a Google document. And on this document, you list the discussion that you would like to lead. It can be relevant to your industry. It can be relevant to just your background. It can be relevant to your interests. It can be relevant to being irrelevant to you. But just put a discussion topic that you're interested in leading. And what I mean by leading is just asking the opening question. It's up to the attendees and the people who are actually part of your session to keep it going. So that's step 2. Contribute to that Google document. Step 3, you show up. Actually arrive at the event, but also part of step 3 is voting. So after we get this list of discussion topics, we're going to go and we're going to write them down at the different GenJuice events, and it's up to you to vote on which ones sound the most interesting. And whoever wins out of the voting, they get to be the discussion leaders. But like I said before, all that is saying the opening question for that discussion session. I'm getting way too into the details. We described this at the GenJuice event. But step 3 is you show up and you vote for the discussion topics that sound interesting. I said 5, but I'm gonna cap it at 4 because I think 4 is the most important. Step 4 is participating. And I know that sounds really like, okay, we already knew that. But what I mean by participating is you show up and you contribute to the different discussion topics that you're interested in. But if you're not interested, you turn around, you grab your stuff, you stand up, and you go to the next discussion topic that sounds interesting. Because part of this, these GenJuice events will not be successful if we're all just sitting and passively listening. We need people to contribute ideas. We need people to talk. We need people to connect, and that cannot take place if you're being a little too nice, and you're sitting in a discussion topic that you're not getting anything out of and you're not contributing to. So step 5 is participating. Step 5 means being being an active member of the GenJuice event. And so there you go. I'm going to summarize. Step 1, buy your tickets, buy them now. Step 2, add to that Google Doc, add what discussion you're interested in doing. Step 3, show up and vote. And step 4, participate. And if you're not getting anything out of it, you pick up and you leave and you go to what you will get something out of. Great. Arielle, I'm going to go get some breakfast and wash my face because it's the first thing I did in the morning. And yeah, see you guys all at the GenJuice events.